was so cute. That was awesome.
I love that intro.
What's up?
So cute. I like the colors of the music. I was like, I'm like, okay. All right, Kelly.
Just from how to roll an asteroid with that.
She's
She does
amazing.
everybody's stuff.
Yeah, she is like everybody's.
She does it.
She did my
talk a little bit, hang out,
Celebrate your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Celebrate. Kelly
15th
celebrate.
anniversary.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, it
I want to thank
Absolutely.
you, Lisa, because I would not be here if it was not for you.
I remember when you first reached out.
Yes. Didn't think it would lead us here because I was fangirling.
You can find out it's just me. She's just Mandy, so I'm telling you,
Well,
it happens
you
to
never
everybody.
meet your idols or never meet those, but I'm glad that I met you though. So many times, so many people that I've met, even in this space, I looked up to, that I watched their content. When I got to meet them or find out stuff, I did not feel the same way about them once. I met them, but I did not feel that way about you. I'm glad I met you. I'm glad that I'm here today. And wonderful people, because I met Cynthia the same day too.
Yeah, during that same weekend.
Yes.
Did I tell y'all that we actually, a few of us went to a male review that first night? Well, I shut up, Kelly. You know what? If we would have known that you wanted to go, but the dancer that invited us he plays Big D on All the Queen's Men. He is a very good-looking, light-skinned guy with long hair, almost could be like Jason Momoa's son. And I remember seeing him. I'm like, "Ooh, wow!" I was on the elevator with him. He was a looker, and he was like, "You smell nice." I'm like, "Thank you." And I guess because I wasn't like fawning over him, I guess that really intrigued him. So, but he came around the corner and was asking what this event was. And so I told him, I'm going to call Beyond Belief conference and everything. And he invited a few of us to check out the show. And so it was me, Candace, Deanna, one of our other members, Vanessa, and Edith. Edith came a little bit later because Edith came, she came on her own. And so, it was a blast. We always have so much fun around the events as well, which, I know is a thing like around conference time. So that's a fun memory and a fun story to tell.
I'm very sad that I wasn't a part of that because I was with the old man.
Yeah. Forget about that. Forget about your past. Part of your past now.
Yeah,
that's a funny story.
Yeah, win them all.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like was that at those male reviews they don't allow men there, and one of the attendees was interested in going, and they were just like, no men, and it's like, well, I guess it's like a taboo thing, especially among the Black dancers, that if you are found to be performing at like an all male or a mixed crowd, you could be blacklisted, like you could be blackballed from performing, and it's awful, but it's serious. It is deep with them, that even though they perform together and they make money together, you cannot be caught like doing like you can't be doing like all male shows. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's not right.
It's not.
My most favorite moment in life is when my cousin invited me to a strip joint in Atlanta.
It's great.
Yeah, and I was the most clothed woman in the whole place, and all I was fascinated. I'm looking around like, wow, y'all just naked, walking around naked. no kind of way just being naked.
We won't talk
Listen.
about it. But it was so
Listen.
funny. I took my son, we went to the casino, and so it was a couple of Playboy bunnies that got in the elevator. He was like 6 or something like that. And so they was like, ooh, excuse us, little man. We inappropriate around you. He looked around at them and smiled and said, I don't mind.
Oh, he knew. Like, same part.
I was like, oh my goodness, no, my son
We all
did not
got
say
parts.
that.
I like
really-
the look of that.
Yeah, I was like,
He says,
wow.
no, he looked at them like, yeah, I like what I'm seeing.
All right. I was just looking around, just like jealous, like, dang, why can't I get like, can I do like a gym, like a leg press or something to kind of get that type of thing going? No, okay.
The T to A ratio.
That part right there. That part right there. Yes. Man, this is when you said that almost wanted me to tell the story. You know the story that I want to tell.
Oh, stop it.
I know that story.
Boy.
You gotta tell me again if you can tell it.
I got it. I want to tell that story, but I'm not going to tell that story because
It's gonna make her mad all over again.
it probably will. It probably will. It'll
Yeah.
probably be more like, damn.
Don't tell it.
I'm not. I'm not.
I want to know later on though.
No, I'll tell you later on, Kelly. But I'm not.
Really
Offline. Any person who wants to hear it offline, I'll tell it.
So I want to thank y'all all for joining us for the MLK live stream tonight. That was fantastic. But
That was fun.
even in like the frame of this conversation, though, like were any of y'all raised to like think that going to like strip clubs or anything like that was just so taboo that y'all couldn't do it?
Yeah,
God, that was awful, sinful, evil thing to do.
Yeah,
you know,
it was so strict when I was growing up that I literally could not swim in a pool with my cousins, with my male cousins.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's crazy.
Like
that's some fundamental stuff right there.
Yeah,
keep in mind, I
that's
was
funny
10
for real.
years younger than all of them. So, and I was like 6. Like what? No, like
That's crazy. I mean,
I'm always wondering, like, what is the scare with that? Like,
we weren't allowed to dance either, at all. No,
you weren't allowed to date at all.
No,
not even to like a
Oh.
certain age.
No, dance.
Dance. Oh,
Yeah, no dance.
oh my God! You guys were like Footloose.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's sad.
When you get mad, when you go out in the woods and just
Right.
we had there were dances throughout school, but what would end up being was it was either an after party that was paid by like some of the parents and some of the students and stuff, but it was never anything that was like school funded or associated with the school. It was always an after party thing. So yeah. It was stupid strict.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna have a story time, real brief one. But yes, it's confession. When I was a young adult, it was called the Grand Quarters. It was a little bar or something like that. Well, I went there because Luke was there and they were trying to find dancers for the next music video.
Wait. You talking about Luke from 2 Live Crew?
Luke, yeah. Luke.
Okay.
I caught that.
Right. I was making sure that's what you were. That's what you meant.
Yes.
No,
I tried to.
I had to clarify.
So I ended up making it past the Michigan section and was gonna go to Miami, but my friend who didn't make it told my mom, and my mom told me that if I was to dance for Luke, because she knew who Luke was, that she would disown me. So I better think long and hard.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
So Kelly,
so she did that. She became a hater.
Sure.
was a hater.
Wow.
Such a hater. Like a hateration. Like
Hateration.
hateration. So Kelly, are you telling me, Kelly, that you know how to twerk?
I can't do none of that stuff anymore. I have no.
And
that's
But
funny.
do
Rump
you
shaking
know
was
how?
coming up.
He's like, I left that life a long time ago.
I did. They used to call it rump shaking. Now they call it twerking. But
Yes.
Rump shaking. Nice.
But so you don't know how then. You don't know how.
I don't have
Just out of practice.
Right.
Probably the right time. I might be able to.
Yeah.
Well, you got to ease into it. It's kind of like, like when I learned how to death drop, I didn't like death drop for real. I like, how like some people know how to drop it like it's hot, but I let it down like it was lukewarm.
Yeah, my knees aren't the same as what they was.
I mean, yeah,
in 2002.
Yeah, I mean, Edith said
1992. I'll say even better.
Edith in the chat just said like, how about how are them knees? So that's why I had to let it down like it's lukewarm, girl.
No.
When you become a person of a certain age, you gotta watch them joints.
Yes. No percolator is over here coming on. I don't do no percolator no more. None of
that. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Go for that. But yeah, she cock blocked me for me being a loop dancer.
Damn it, mama.
Unbelievable. Unforgivable.
I'm so saddened to do. I mean, like, if I would have met you and would have like, oh my God, I know you. You were in the Pop That You Know What video.
That's the video I would have been in. That's the video I would have been in.
Oh my God, you would have been in the Pop That You Know What? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm mad for you right now. I'm so mad for you. No, check this out. I don't know, like, Mandisa, you might remember, but I don't. Anybody remember the box?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Okay.
The video.
Yeah, the music video thing.
The music video, right. So Pop That You Know What was heavy in rotation on the box. Like it was requested like every other hour. And and just to know that you could have been rump shaking on Pop That C. Oh man.
No, I did not.
I'm pissed for you. Do you need me to talk to your mom?
Yeah.
Like,
that lady probably doesn't know how to fight
dead now, I think.
Oh no. Oh man, I'm sorry, but man, I'm mad for you. I think that I think I need you to do is just go ahead and just like take some creatine. Dr. Ben, maybe you can go ahead and assist with like some prescriptions for like joints or
like fish oil or something.
Yeah, fish something, omega-3 amino acids. I don't know. I mean, like that's not my wheelhouse. So, because I need this for you. I really do need this for you.
It was so funny. Like the other day, we was hanging out, and so my friend and I were talking about what we were gonna do. And Kalisha, just my daughter, she looked at me. She was like, "You can do that," talking to my friend, but my mom ain't doing none of that crap no more. What you think? You ain't doing none of that.
Tell your daughter to hush. She knows nothing. Like no. Tell daughter. Shh. Let
Dr.
mom,
Evil.
Yeah, shush. When it comes to time, you must shush it real good. Like, no, you can't talk about this right now. Like, this mommy needs to do this. Mommy has to relive this for all of us who happens to be in our 40s and 50s and things of that nature, who did not have that, have that opportunity. I need this to happen for you. It's basically what I'm saying.
No, they are my new mothers.
They'll I mean, but like I'm just saying, they'll be okay. Is what I'm saying. I think that they'll be proud. They'll be proud. Like mom went on another video. Like she had the opportunity, but she got cock-blocked, right? But then she relived that whole thing so that no matter what age you are, you can still shake that rump.
Shake.
Maybe I'll do it for a being donation.
I don't know. I mean, well, hey.
What's that like?
Hey now.
Hey now.
for some change, for some big change.
Yeah, do something
I
strange.
think we
for
could
big change.
we could crowdfund a shot-for-shot remake of that music video and just cast everybody here.
I mean, I know a videographer. It's basically what I'm saying. Like, we can make this happen.
We could do not necessarily overtly, explicit version, but it could be something similar.
Enough.
Just a little bit.
With just enough spice. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you're a little spicy over there.
This little Cajun spice. This little paprika. Little white pepper. You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh my gosh. Even though I wasn't formally raised religious, I did have a mother who was like on the conservative side. She didn't like me wearing short skirts, and she also did not really care for me like watching certain videos and stuff. But I remember when I first watched Two Live Crews Move Something video, and it wasn't as raunchy as Pop That C, but I can appreciate I can appreciate a nice video and a nice form, and but I wasn't even supposed to, because my mother didn't like any like skin fitting or form fitting clothing. She was just not having me wear it, so it was a little strange. But yeah, I was just like, okay.
I was just thinking about that too, because you asked, whether everybody here had been raised fundamentalist and how their parents felt about nudity and stuff. And I was raised as an atheist, but my mom, even though she was an atheist when we were kids, she was raised Catholic, and they were raised really, really conservative. So I think even though she was an atheist, she was quite conservative.
Yeah.
And did not like all of the things that you just mentioned, nudity or like tight skin, like showing too much skin or tight clothing and all that type of stuff. So even when we moved here to the States, it was like, well, like be more modest and dress this way or dress that way. She's come a long way, but it was difficult for me to grow as a young adult.
Purity culture does.
That's exactly
It runs deep for sure.
Like, the first time we went to a nudist, it wasn't a beach, it was like a lake here in Texas, in Austin. And it was mostly all hippies, nothing to look at. Just putting that out there.
Oh, if I was a fly on that wall.
I'd find a different wall.
I'm sorry. That was no. I need to correct that. It was not with my parents. It was with my husband, not with my parents.
Oh God.
That would have been awkward. That would have been awkward.
That would have been weird.
That story would have been way better if you were with your parents.
You're gonna have to define better here.
In my head, Eli. In my head.
Okay.
I don't know if the OGs will know who she is, but my dad had pictures with Vanessa Del Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not an OG.
No.
Me, it's okay. Me either.
So
I'm good with it.
Vanessa Del Rio is an adult film star from like the 1970s.
Right.
And she's from New York. She's Puerto Rican. And she was very, very masterful in her craft. I will say, I got to give her credit. If you have never, if you look up old like Vanessa Del Rio movies, it's quite interesting.
Quite interesting is putting it mildly.
And she was also like, I read an interview with her. She was raised Catholic in New York, and she was just, I don't know if she's an actual believer or not, but I remember her saying she doesn't think that human beings are built for monogamy. I think she basically, she had done some rap videos like after her career kind of slowed down, but I think she said she got out of it because it was just like, like going into from the 70s into the 80s, and then the age of like AIDS and HIV and stuff like that. She got scared and got out, but I think she still kept that essence about her. So I think it's actually very interesting to hear from like some of the 70s like stars, the 70s porn stars and such. But yeah, no, if you've never heard of Vanessa Del Rio, it's worth a look.
She had a couple of classes. I know some friends that was a part of those classes.
Yeah.
Yes. You said classes. Like, okay.
Yeah, she didn't. I won't say it on the air, but certain classes that she did to help critique certain movements.
I might have heard of this person before. I might have.
Yeah. Like, wait, hold on. It's really okay, Mom. This is education.
You know what? Honestly, it is, because it's
on steroids.
Yeah, it's sad. There are quite a few adults who, because of their being raised so strict and so sheltered, that they really don't know that this is a normal part of life. And that's why there is so much discussion about deconstruction around sex and sexuality in our community when it comes to religion, because it's been, so many people have been conditioned to think that it's such a dirty and filthy and evil thing. And how do you come to terms with it when you have like predators in the communities and such? So I mean, like serious predators, especially those who go after children. So I mean, learning how to navigate that as an adult can be very difficult. But yeah, no, it's shoot. Those classes are actually they probably are they're needed.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, I'm actually doing a show this Friday with Chad Harris, who was part of a high control group, IBLP, and we're gonna talk about how coming out of like those really, really high control religions and groups can lead people to find healing in things like kink and role play or gameplay, improv, all kinds of different things that give you back sort of like that autonomy and that ability to explore, but with you being the one that's under control.
That's what's so great about this space. It's so many different beliefs and thought processes. It's not just one kind of cookie, different kinds. So that's one thing I like. If some people aren't bi or cis, it doesn't matter. We share this space. We can talk about it comfortably, or we should be able to.
Right.
Yeah, we should be able to. Yeah. I hate that even in our society, regardless of belief, that we put such a a wall between being able to explore sexuality comfortably versus having to save face because of some type of value system that we have, placed on how we're supposed to act and present ourselves. I mean, like, I remember trying to have a conversation with my mother about sex when I was 30. It did not go well.
Wow.
and I mean, like, and the thing is, it's like, even though politically we may have been more left, but not per se when it came to how we, presented ourselves in the world. Very, very conservative. Like, like, of course, my mom was like super old school, and from the silent generation. So, like the conversations around sex was mostly like, hey, when you reach certain ages, these things are going to happen to your body. So it was very like the biological changes that are going to happen to you, growing from, being a child to through adolescence to adulthood, but never how you're supposed to feel or attractions or even like exploration of body and to see like the things that to explore even the things that you like and you don't like. And I really wanted to have that conversation with her because she's my mother, right? And I mean like and like I know that we have these conversations amongst friends, and I really was like grateful to like some of my friends who was like willing to answer all of my myriad of questions. But at the same time, I wanted to talk to somebody who actually had the experience of being on this earth longer than some of my other friends that were like my contemporaries. And it's unfortunate that I believe on that particular day when I tried to like engage with her having that conversation and she just really freaked out on me, that I was like, okay, so sex, can't have that conversation. I'll talk to you about the monthly bill next month. How about that? Okay, cool. I because like
I won't have sex.
yeah. And I mean like and I'm hoping in as a parent that I can foster some type of environment where my child, when they get older, that they're not going to really have a issue. I want them not to necessarily have an issue with me having conversations like that. I would hope for them to come to me than some of like their friends who may be or may not be learning on the subject or even like can explore like certain things like informed consent. Like I want them to be able to come to me about those things because I didn't really have that chance to do it on my own. Maybe there could have been some things that I could have avoided with relationships if the environment that I was in was more open, but it wasn't. So I don't know. I'm hoping, but unfortunately, when I'm looking at society now, and I look at the leadership that we have or lack thereof, it seems like but we are moving backwards into society where we can't even explore something as basic as human sexuality, which is the reasons why we we even engage with one another socially to feel good. I mean, it's not always about procreating. It's like matter of fact, anytime that I ever engage with in that particular act, I wasn't trying to have no kid. Trying to get off.
It's strong majority of the time.
He got mad. I told him that.
First, thank you for the donate. Thank you for the Cash App, Eli. We got it.
Thank you, Eli.
Thank you.
I missed the whole live stream, so I was like, all right, let me get it. Let me do it now.
My
Thank
mom
you.
was a home economics teacher, and so she taught sex ed. So she was very open with it with me. So when I was like 8 or 9 years old, she started talking to me about different things. And the one thing about it is that when she did talk to me about it, I knew like terminology. I cannot use like slang terms or none of that stuff. And it was just certain things that I must do. But the one thing that was sad about it was that she treated me different than her students. Because them, she was more understanding, teenage pregnancy or something. There were like 3 students that she allowed in our house because their parents put them out. Not to say she didn't allow me in the house, but she was more like, look at you ruined your life, blah, blah, blah.
It's never supposed to be about you.
I had to come home because I had a baby. I was pregnant with Keelana. I had to come home from school. Oh man, she talked so much bad things about me because I did that.
It's always amazing. It's sad how when it comes to, and my mother was the same way. She was like very, 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 respectable presenting, right?
Yeah, everybody
was
loved my
very
mom.
much
They love my mom still.
and it was, it was easier to be understanding of other people's kids just as long as it wasn't your kid. And it was, it's sad how a lot of us have grown up in households where, there's a perception that a parent has to, that they have to uphold. And then also going back to your point, Cynthia, about you wanting to have this conversation with your mother, but it wasn't. And I think part of that is because she probably didn't know. These are things that she never confronted, so she felt like she couldn't possibly help you with that because that was an area that she had never explored or was never comfortable with. So of course she was going to push her discomfort and her insecurities on you. And I think it's very important that's why I think sometimes parents aren't always the best. There are certain, when it comes to certain subjects, you're just going to have to make, you'll have to make peace with the fact that they're not going to be the best people to turn to when it comes to certain subjects, because they do have their biases, they do have their insecurities, they have their traumas. And so I think it's important that even as parents, we're okay with our children talking to another trusted individual who may be more experienced or well-versed in those subject matters. So that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
Well, and that's something. That's something. Yeah, in my position, when I was in family medicine, like you end up taking that job whenever you work in pediatrics because you don't know if the parents are gonna teach their kids about it. So there's kind of a point, like when you start reaching those adolescent well visits, you have it's pretty well established now that there's a point where you kick the parents out of the room and you have conversations.
Yeah.
And so like we've kind of taken that on ourselves, because who knows what these parents are teaching these kids, like, and who knows if the kids are comfortable saying anything to the parents. So like a lot of times we end up having those conversations. And of course I'm not going to be in family medicine anymore. It's just not for me, but like it's definitely a super important role in pediatrics teams, and family medicine does a lot of that now. So
yeah.
But Dr. Ben, what about the prescriptions for Kelly so that she can, drop
Well, I'm just switching specialties. So I'm just going to adult medicine only. I'm just not doing kid medicine anymore. So.
Better student. Yeah. But yeah, like the only talk I ever got from either of my parents about sex was like my dad asking me on like a 5-minute car ride, like, what do you know about sex? And I lied and I was like, nothing. And he was like, okay, well, sex is a gift from God, for moms and dads for married people to make babies. And he like never said anything else to me about it. The fact that I know anything useful and reasonable or like correct about sex is a like fucking I want to say miracle, but like
I got a very similar talk.
I literally never got anything. I never got anything.
And then what happens in these super fundamentalist churches is, okay, well, we're having sex, but we can't tell anybody because it's a sin. So we got to get married. So I get married at 19. She's 21. Yep. And then, it's time to have babies. And so then we have 5 kids in 7 years. And it's this quiverful thing. And, hey, we got a big tattoo on our forearm with all the arrows for each kid. And that is the goal. And so when we were talking, going back to what we talked about on the fundraiser, when you have this like framework and you grow up in that, like the real world results are a bunch of little clones of what you're being taught, right?
Yeah.
And if people are staying in these toxic Christian nationalist circles, they're raising up these extremist kids, and it's scary. I mean, it's a big deal. And unfortunately, like the group I left, some of my kids are still somewhat tangled up in the youth group involved in that group, and it's still very much so an impact on my life, even though I'm away from it. So
yeah, I've got you beat though. I was married 5 days after my no, I was married 8 days after my 18th birthday.
Yeah, hey, listen, get them married and get them having babies.
Yeah,
I was married for 7.5 years, so
no sex ed, by the way. We had no clue outside of what we learned, and there was no. There were some of these principles we talk about were completely missing, and then there were other things that we just had to kind of fill in on our own because there was it was just this underlying idea of just have babies back to back. I mean, 2 of my kids have the same birthday, 1 year apart to the day.
Wow.
So when I said, it was a serious thing, right? And
that is dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It really, it really, really is.
Because especially because even the guidelines are if it's an uncomplicated vaginal delivery, it's a minimum of a year before you should be getting pregnant with another one, and if it's a C-section, you're looking at 2, because it's such high risk for preterm births and failure to thrive in the baby.
Yeah.
So listen, if there are so many things that I look back on and cringe on. The vaccine thing, none of my kids were vaccinated because we didn't want them turning into autistic, aliens or whatever the latest conspiracy is, unfortunately. And it's something that now, I don't have primary custody of the kids. I can't force that on them. Some of my older ones are now going to be 16 this year. So it's like, at this point, I hope everything goes well, and I hope they can get informed consent as young adults to go get this stuff caught up, because we dropped the ball. Bottom line, we failed our kids that way. So, there's a lot of that's tied into this topic that when I sit back and look at it, having been there, this is why we keep talking about it, because we need to change the trajectory of some of the, I'm hoping that my kids don't repeat my mistakes. I'm hoping they see a different way, and Cynthia, to bring up what you were saying a little bit ago about, wanting to have that open line of communication with your kids about, sexual topics as they get older. I'm navigating that same thing with my oldest daughter right now. We have a very good relationship for the first time in, a long time. And, she's getting older. But that to me is another topic that I'm dealing with the exact same thing as you. So you're not in that boat alone. That's what I want for them, is to be able to come to me and say, here's what's going on. And I can say, okay, well, here's some safe practices, or here's some advice, or here's, instead of it being this concept of I'm doing something wrong. Oh my God, he's going to be mad because we're doing this sin thing. None of that's on the table anymore. And I'm hoping that I've opened a door with not just my oldest, but all of mine, to eventually come to me with things that we can navigate together.
Right. There's no shame in learning it together.
No.
There's no shame in saying that you didn't, that you don't know. I mean, there are sometimes learning with your kids is the best way to go.
I love saying
a lot of stuff.
It's a great core memory too. I love my kids. It's like, why would I not want to grow as a person with my kids involved? Like, what greater honor as a dad? Right?
I mean, like, well, luckily I don't have to navigate that too much now because my kid's 4. But
just time.
I got a little time, but
blink a couple times.
All right, but that whole concept about learning with your kids, I mean, because he'll still bring things to me, like he'll say stuff to me, I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? And he'll say, and he'll tell me, like, well, mommy, what is blah, 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 blah? And I'm like, I don't know. Where in the hell did you get this from? And then I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. Mommy doesn't know. And I have no problem telling you that. But I'll tell you what. Let's learn together.
Love that.
That's so big.
I love it.
Yeah.
So even though my mom was conservative in certain areas, like beauty culture and stuff, she was very into science. And so growing up, we had all kinds of especially biology. She loves biology and medicine. So like she was not shy about that, but it wasn't like in a graphic, sexual way or anything. Like, it was just like accurate educational biology lessons that we had. We had access. Yeah, we had like age appropriate books, all that kind of stuff. That's really really useful. And for you, Seth, it might be a useful way to help your kids. Like, hey, these are books that have the things you need to know at this specific age, and have them at your place. Even if your the other parent doesn't give them access to that, then you have a right to give them access to that at your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna take it down for the night. This was fantastic.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Mendisa.
I look forward to seeing y'all all again.
Hey, keep an eye on your email, Mendisa.
Okay, I will. Y'all know I tend to respond pretty quickly. So
I know you're busy, but we'll fit something in.
Perfect. All right. I have a good night.
I'll see you later. Bye. Yeah, I'm gonna give another 10 minutes because my kid needs to go to bed because he is going to school tomorrow. He already told me, and I understand that it is 5 degrees outside of my house right now, and he's like, "No school, right?" I said, "No school today." Now. It's right. Oh, summer. But I was like, "Yeah, no, you are off today because it's a holiday, but tomorrow."
Put your boots and your jacket on.
All that. All that. You will be layered. For the holiday, I bought him a brand new set of snow pants. And you're putting those on with your Mickey boots that light up at the bottom, and you're taking your little butt to school. Damn it.
Yeah.
This is the thing that I love about my kids now being grown. So one's 21 and one's 19, and they're about to be 22 and 20. That thing is, though, I have a 4-year-old grandson that's starting all that, and he's like, "It's too cold to go anywhere." And I'm like, "Honey, it's not even freezing." I live in Texas, by the way, so it's not even freezing. And it's supposed to snow this weekend, and everybody is freaking out about it. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's going to snow!" And I'm like, "It's snow, guys."
Yeah.
But it's Texas.
I mean, but like you all, I mean, like, but in Texas, because like your weather doesn't always get like that. I mean, it can, but it doesn't get like that. So,
I'm in Northeast Texas. I'm about 100 miles from like Arkansas area. So I'm like right in between Dallas and Arkansas.
Okay.
But so it does get cold here. It does snow a couple times a year. We get ice a few times a year. But it cracks me up because everything shuts down the second there's any like cold precipitation around. But I was telling Seth this the other day. It reminds me because my ex-husband's family used to live in Las Cruces, so we were out there all the time. We were driving through El Paso through a thunderstorm. I live in North Texas. Thunderstorms are like Tuesday here. I mean, like the big bad tornado thunderstorms. That's Tuesday.
Yeah.
El Paso had one of these really bad thunderstorms going through, and I'm just cruising down the highway going like 70 miles an hour going to Las Cruces. There is a cop parked under an overpass, flips on his lights to tell me to slow down, and doesn't even bother coming after me, even though I'm going like 20 over the speed. Crap, these guys can't even drive in the rain.
That baffles me. I don't know. It's funny. Southern states get ice, and you all are never prepared for it. But it happens every year. Like all will have like some inclement weather where like there's like some type of ice, some type of snow, because like and I mean, like I would hear this a lot because I have family in the South, and part of my family lives in Birmingham, And I was talking to my cousin, and I remember he was telling me about this big. I know it was like some years ago, but I remember like there was like this big snow ice that hit the entire South, and everything got shut down to the point where he had to leave his car where it was and walk back to his apartment. So, and then like maybe like a few days later, after like the weather got a bit better, then he went ahead and got his car. And I was like, wait, it was like 3 days? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, what? I'm like, that. I mean, like, y'all only got like what, 3 inches of snow? Like, it's where I live. That's like all the damn time. I mean, like, I mean, like,
all the damn time.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I remember traversing over hills of snow just to get into school. Like, it had to be something super extreme for stuff to shut down because of snow.
Yeah.
But like, y'all funny.
That's the thing though that I absolutely love about my dad is the second I got my driver's permit, every time it would start storming out, every time it would snow out, he'd be like, let's go. And he taught me how to drive and all of that. So that when I moved up to Indiana for a couple of years, and of course they have Kip, stop. Sorry, my dog's whining. So of course they have a ton of snow up there. And like my ex is like, how the hell do you know how to drive in snow? You've lived in Texas your whole life. I'm like, my dad taught me. And yeah, it was just like I don't understand how people here. I understand that it doesn't snow that much and it doesn't ice that much, but driving it is not that difficult if you learn to do it. It's not that hard.
But don't you think that there should be like some type of contingency plan in order to like say, oh, like, okay, this is how we're going to treat certain things, like when we have inclement weather. I mean, like, I don't. Oh, that's so weird to me. I don't understand.
Everything shuts down.
Here's what you do. The first snow of the winter, you go find an empty parking lot, you play around in it for like 30 minutes or so, and then you're good for like 4 months. You know what to happen. You know what to do as soon as you lose traction on a highway. Because I was on one of our highways going like 60 miles an hour in a rented vehicle, and I lost traction around a curve, and I lost 20 miles an hour before I regained traction. But like I didn't die because I had practiced in that car like the day that I got it. So
I mean, I don't. Yeah, that part. I mean, like when I was taking range. And not even before that, when I was actually taking like driver's education before I actually got behind the wheel, like they taught us how to deal with skidding, how to deal with inclement weather, how to turn, wheels like when it's like caught in snow, like certain things that you should carry in your vehicle. But then again, of course, like this is like driver's education from Illinois, which we have inclement weather all the time. So, so like I would carry things like I still to this day I have a shovel, salt, a little sand, and also like fluids that that you need in your car at all times, just in case. And I mean, like that was between like my parents and also driver's education. And so like, even though like, I think that when I took range, it was like the fall, but I remember my teacher taking us to certain areas to practice turning into the skid, not necessarily braking, all these different things in order for you to be, to practice defensive driving so that when you actually come across inclement weather and you're in it, you know what to do. I even remember one year, my partner at the time wanted to borrow my car to get some things out of his storage. And I was telling him, hey, it's going to snow really badly. I don't think that's a good idea. But he was insistent, and I was like, all right. So I tried to bring it over to him, and I was like, I'm taking myself home. So like as I was driving home, like I skidded and almost hit a car because the ice and snow was so bad. So I said, here's the thing, because I know that my tires are not that great. I'm making an executive decision. I'm about to park this motherfucker right now. And all of us are going to take Ubers home. All of us. And then it's like, well, okay, well, but what about your car? I said, I'll get it later. Lock that bad boy up. It's fine. And then when this weather is not the way that it is, because like, even though I know when, hey, I lost this battle, I'm not going to be able to do it. And the car that I have right now is rear wheel drive. It's horrible in snow. Don't ask me why I bought it. I'm still upset, but it's paid off and I don't want to replace it, but that's neither here nor there. But it's still like a whole thing. Like you still need to know, like, hey, I know that this particular car is not going to get me to where I need to go because the weather is just too bad. So we're just going to have to go ahead and just do something else. But I remember when I used to Uber, I was given a 2017 Toyota Corolla. And let me tell you something. That car was the best car that I ever drove in snow. Like the best ever. Like this front wheel drive little thing was getting through this like a champion. I was like, you go, girl. But I mean, like I said, damn, that's the car I should have got. Not this one. But I'm mad about that. I'm gonna let it go. But
I think I'm about to head out.
Yeah,
I thank you so much for coming in and joining us.
Yeah, I'm about to do the same. Ben, the two of us shall look no more. I'm still waiting because we have planned.
I know. I need to get you on. I
have not been
now
on Spirits
unemployed
either.
for a little bit.
It's been 6 years, Ben.
So I know. We're gonna do this.
I gotta check things and a savings.
Cynthia, do you have a Saturday available?
Yes, just tell me when, and I will make it happen. I don't work on Saturdays.
Okay,
Yeah, just
we'll chat.
Hit me up. All right, everybody, thank you, and subscribe to
Nice meeting
Matter.
you.
I love you all.
We
Bye.
love you.
And
Bye,
donate
Cynthia.
to Black Nonbelievers.
Bye, Ben.
Donate.
Donate.
And then it was 6. Then it was 5.
All the cool
What else
kids.
you got, Kelly?
I don't drive, and I had to get my license up years ago because I got.
You gave your license up?
Yeah, I don't drive anymore. Yeah, I got hit by a drunk driver years ago, and my passenger died, and it kind of warped me from driving.
Oh,
I don't even like really being in the cars at all, but I have to.
Yeah.
So when they drive crazy, I have like panic attacks and stuff like that.
I wish I'd have known that before driving you around Austin.
You were okay. You were
of course,
okay.
of course, like you not sharing that we had just met, like that's totally understandable.
Yeah, you were okay. A lot of people don't know that I don't drive anymore. They don't know that. So it's my
I'm glad it was. I felt like a safe experience for you, though.
Yeah, no, you were okay.
Good.
Everybody was really nice. I stayed in Airbnb with you, Scott, Kelly, Bree, Helen, Tracy,
Dr. Ben.
It was Dr. Ben. Yes, it was so great seeing Tracy on Truth One a couple weeks ago. That's what.
Yeah, it was like
I was like, how the hell? Because I was just asking about him.
Yeah, so we had a backup, and I was they scheduled me as the guest, not as the backup, and we had a backup, but there were internet issues, and we were kind of anticipating that, so we're like, okay, let's plan like a different backup. No, wait, I don't know, I'm getting mixed up, but anyway, it was like 2 days before, and I was like, Tracy, will you please back me up on Truth 20? He was like, okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, he has not done anything in a minute. I was so glad he came on.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
It was so good to see him. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. So February the 27th, hold on, I'm trying to see. Yeah, 27th, that Friday, I'll be on Truth One, and then the 28th, I'll be on 604 Neil show.
Oh, okay.
So,
nice.
I haven't met him.
And I think next week I'm gonna be on um um Punk the Prostate Brentley show.
Oh,
Okay.
Next
cool.
week. Because he said G is gonna be
Awesome.
on this show this week. I think I have
Nice.
evidence of GE. I'm second fiddle to GE.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in where I fit in now.
Yeah, that's kind of me over the past like couple months, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We
but-
all got some stuff planned with each
Oh,
other
yeah.
and other people,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
I'm just
things
looking at my
despite.
calendar. I'm like,
I'll be
holy
on my
crap.
show Saturday. I forgot what time. I know it's gonna be in earlier, so you can get to go to work.
Who talking about me?
Man, yeah, we're gonna be
Yeah,
Saturday
we're
because you
supposed
said Friday.
we're
You have to
supposed to
go
do
to work
something.
Friday.
Yeah, we're supposed to
Yeah,
get
me.
Saturday and do
Yeah.
it.
It's like 10:30, I think it is, something like that. Well, I'll share
I
the
don't know if
links and
I wrote it
everything.
down. It's in our
Yeah.
text. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll figure it out.
And I've got a bunch of people that I'm trying to get in touch with and nail down dates and times.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I've had everybody
I've got a
over.
thing
Has
with
been
you
on,
next week,
except
so.
you, Seth, has been on my channel. Me
yeah,
and Lil got hooked up
me and you
again
too.
and do some other stuff.
Mhm.
And we might do a
Yeah.
late night stream.
Yep, I'm starting a late
Friday
night thing.
night.
It won't be this
Mhm.
Friday. It'll be the Friday
Oh,
after.
I would join
But yeah,
when
I'm
I
gonna start
can.
doing stuff after Ben goes off the air. Have a little hangout. Call it
Hell
the
yeah.
apostate
Yeah,
apostate assembly. We'll do some review stuff and just
Yeah.
I want to kind of do like a mix between a hangout, sort of like Helen does sometimes, where she'll just have people on just to talk,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and how Brentley kind
It's
of
kind of
goes
what this
through.
was.
Yeah,
Mhm.
various content. Just have it just laid back. So I'm
Yeah.
excited,
That's-
despite
that-
how bumpy 2026 has gotten off to and how 2025 ended.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic about this community and the content and the whole deal. So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Very
I'm just
good.
glad that I've met you guys and we've connected and have built a nice bond, you
Mhm.
know. And it's sad
Mhm.
that in my community I don't have that kind of bond when it comes to people that I personally know.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, like I talk to them, but it's not the same.
Mhm.
Right.
But I
Yep.
feel a closer bond to people I don't even like. I know you guys, but you know, I don't see you guys regularly. I'll say,
Yeah.
Same.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I be in the
all
chat
of
telling
my
y'all
closest
everything.
bonds
I
are
be in Java and Jug chat talking about everything.
Oh yeah, we're there like all day.
Mhm.
And I'm
Yeah.
trying to find a message. You got to go like we met like 50 messages a day, if at least.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, I
Pretty
mean,
much.
I'm like, damn, I missed
yeah.
a lot.
I mean, I'm always on Discord. I manage like a 4,000 person server. Like I'm pretty
Oh,
much the
shit.
sole admin right now. So I'm managing the whole thing pretty much. So I'm on
Wow.
there all yeah. Well, I mean, I do for my boss, I do a lot of his like the PR, like the go between him and fans and all that. So I do a whole bunch of that. It's a good way to manage it, to manage all this stuff without him getting just like overwhelmed with emails and stuff. Like everybody just sends stuff to me, so I can like cut out
Feed
like
it
the
through.
duplicate stories and all that stuff.
Yeah. Determine
Is that
when
Kip?
it's passing on or not.
Yes.
Poor Popper.
She's been winning. By the way, if anybody wants something fun, I've got there is the Kip Academy video. It's like a minute long video.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can share this. Hold on. Let me see if I can share it. Hold on.
Yeah, let's watch it.
I've never done.
It's so good. Just from
Hold
How to
on.
Roll an Asteroid did it, and it's amazing. For anybody that does not know, I have a dog named Dr. Kip, named after Dr. Kip.
Okay, I'm trying to see how do I do this.
That's awesome.
If you'll pull it up in the browser, and then go down to below the thing, and then share your screen, and it should give you the option to select.
Present. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like down there next to the camera button. Next to the camera button
Yes,
down
I haven't
there.
done it yet.
Start pointing.
Right here. There's like a little
I
plus.
see the share screen.
Yeah,
Do I do that?
That's it. See, it worked.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, try
Just
that.
my
The pointing.
pointing. Yeah.
Gosh, Kip.
And then you select which
Let's
window you want to share.
Yeah.
If it's the video one, just like look at the title.
In the chat. I love
Right.
it.
Exactly. Like resist depression gets me.
Yeah. A lot of solidarity in the chat today.
Did y'all see it? Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. This is it. Hold on. This is it. I got to put on the screen now.
Okay.
All right.
There
We
We
can do
believe
it.
in you.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I think I got it.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
showed
learn
it,
stuff.
Jonathan. He
Kelly,
loved
we
it.
love you. This is why we love you, among other reasons. But
Yes, I don't.
No,
I
this
see it down here,
exclusively.
but I don't see it up here.
hey,
Yay!
hey,
Rewind it.
all right, start it over. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta rewind, start over and full
Okay, I
screen.
started.
Some are accepted. Some are declared
I don't think she can hear us
non-canonical.
because of the video playing.
Ask Kip about theology.
I can. I'm
Ask Kip
trying to get.
about
I'm trying to
life.
start it up.
Ask Kip.
Oh, okay.
You should go.
shout out to How to Roll an Asteroid. Jess is awesome. Go
Oh,
sub
yeah.
her channel if you have not.
Side.
Have not I?
She just did
She
some
will
great
not
ads
answer,
for
but she will judge
Java
you.
and Jugs as
I
well.
know her
His
videos are so
commercials.
good.
I know they're great.
Mhm.
Done.
Now Kip's asleep. It's like she has an off
Done.
button. She's like, go, 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 go. And then,
Yeah.
Whoa.
She
Off
just gets
button.
really anxious before she falls asleep. She's like, am I gonna wake up?
We're doubles now.
She's the cutest.
Yeah, yeah, Kelly, now
Now
you're
gets asleep.
presenting StreamYard.
It's like she has an
And
off button.
here we
She's
go.
like, go, 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 go. And
It's
then,
Inception.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She
Off
just gets
button.
really anxious before she falls asleep. She's like, am I gonna wake up? Now I can
Oh
hear.
no. There's another one.
It's the cutest.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, that's another
here,
one.
hang on. Let me,
We don't need two
Do
of
we
me.
have a mod? Do we have a mod in the chat? Can maybe
Yeah, I
drop
think
it
I
in?
was trying to. Yeah, I've never shared something on the screen before, so I need to
Here,
learn.
hang
That's
on.
why I was
It's
gonna
okay.
do game nights and everything, but I didn't know how to set it up.
You know what? Here, I have a link. I
Here,
think I
hang
can
on.
present.
No, I think it's the same thing. I'm about to stop.
I think I am a moderator.
Here we go.
Probably.
I'm about to.
I think you have to approve me
I
sharing
got
it.
rid of
but
it.
I think you have to approve me sharing it. So let me know when it's up.
Hold up, I can do it. No.
Yes, you are. You and Leah both are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am,
you
but it's not
and-
showing
you
me to
and-
approve. So I'm just looking for the
You
link.
might have to be.
Okay, there it is.
You might have to be added to my StreamYard account to do that. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, all I can do is just post the link in the side chat for people to go watch.
Oh, you know what I can
on their
do?
own.
If you want to full screen me, I can put it on my OBS and play it that way.
Oh, that could
so
work.
that's okay.
Okay, give me a second. Let
just
me put the link in there.
Just put
screen
Eli
was.
by himself up here.
I feel like it's a
give
pirated
me-
copy somehow of the commercial. Like we've got this workaround.
So I'm gonna have by themselves. I don't want me.
Hold on, that's you. Hey.
There we go.
Nope.
Oh, that was it. That was it.
Go back. Go back. Back one step.
Whatever you did, that was it.
Yeah. Undo that. We'll get there. It's okay.
So out of the 1.2 thousand people watching the live, 12 decided to watch us. How special are we?
Hey, whoever's
We're
here,
exclusive.
we
That's
appreciate
why.
it.
We are an exclusive club over here.
The cool kids.
Yeah. Those are cool
The
kids.
cookies
Stable.
are here. The lanes
I'll
are
be
on the
honest.
line.
While y'all are figuring out this commercial, I am still sort of like super new, I guess. So for me, like my major accomplishments are like the first time I'm on screen with somebody, or the first time I meet somebody in person, or get a picture with them, or we're friends on Facebook now. And honestly, that's been a fun experience. And then I've also, I don't know, some of the shine has worn off a little bit because you see, that every community is filled with people and people are messy sometimes. And so some of that's kind of wearing off. But it was a really cool, and it still is. Like the thing we did tonight, for me to be a part of that is like super cool. But it's not quite as, it doesn't have the same kind of vibe as it used to. The newness is sort of worn off. But for me, coming into this community, it's really cool to connect with some new people.
I'm right there.
Did you get it? Did you get it, bro?
I have it ready to go. I don't know if Kelly's going to full screen me.
Okay.
I don't know if it's got.
All right.
Let me make sure
Kelly,
we can all hear it.
What do you need me to do? I'm trying to figure out what do you need
Full
me to do.
screen.
Full screen
me.
For you, on you. Okay, there you go.
There you go. Now just leave it for a second. Now Eli's going to do it. The magic.
Oh, now I got to make sure also that my
audio.
Do you all hear me twice?
No, you sound okay.
No, go. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Then this, I think, should work. Give me 1 second here. Change that to get rid of myself. I'm trying to make, okay. This should do it.
Meet Kip, named after a biblical scholar.
Holds 0 degrees, yet remains deeply authoritative. At Kip Academy, she teaches advanced disciplines like ethical trait distribution, comparative couch theology, and vigorous face licking. Questioning authority is encouraged. Not all
Aww.
methodology. Some are rejected, some are accepted, some are declared. Ask Kip about theology, ask Kip about life, ask Kip if you should go outside. She will not answer, but she will judge you. Kip, named for a scholar, correct about vibes.
I love that so much. I love that video so much.
That was so cute.
I showed it to Kip.
I love them.
I showed it to Kip, and Kip loved it. No, that's actually not me. That's the voiceover for it is just from How to Roll an Asteroid. Like I was like, "Hey, can you help me with an ad?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure."
She's great like that.
Love it.
I want
don't
to
even
do.
know what to do. I'm gonna do without Jess.
I've been meaning to put like an ad together for like 2 or 3 minutes or something, so like I can run and get coffee or whatever. But of all the times that Kip has attacked me while I've been on a live stream, because it happens all the time. It happens every 2 or 3 days. I'll be sitting here and she'll just attack me while I'm sitting here.
Just like a supercut, like 3 minutes long.
I guarantee you I have enough footage to do that. I just haven't put it all together yet. And the thing is like she looks like a lab, but she's bigger than a lab because she's part Newfoundland. So she's huge.
I used to have a Newfoundland.
She's massive. She's massive. And I think she's still growing because she keeps seeming to get bigger.
She's adorable.
But she probably thinks she's a love puppy.
Yeah. The funny thing about it is because when I originally named her Kip, I was doing the YouTube. I was planning on doing the YouTube thing, but I was just planning on doing my crafting videos. I wasn't planning on doing live streams or anything. And then I got invited to Java and Jugs. So I was like, okay then.
Oh, I do that.
And then
Now I have to
the world
confront this
became a worse
publicly.
Yeah, so she got thrust into the spotlight whether she wanted to or not.
I'm sure she enjoys it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
It's funny, Lily, every time you mention that you have a grandkid, it's like, I know you've said it a bunch of times, but it feels like news to me because I'm like, wait, no. She cannot be a grandma because you look like you're like 30.
Yeah.
I do not look that young, but here's the thing. So I became a grandma
35,
when I was
okay.
37. 37.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just turned 41.
I wish I see
in
my
December.
grandbaby. But I don't see my grandbaby.
He's so cute. He is a spitting image of he's a spitting image of his dad, and acts just like his dad did, who acts just like I did. So it's one of those things that I love playing with my grandson and then handing him back to his dad because his dad's like, oh, he's so exhausted.
That's
I'm
enough
like,
of me
yes,
for today.
I know. I've been there. That's the thing I love about grandparenting because I can play with them and then hand them back.
One, I guess, fortunate byproduct of the purity culture stuff, the quiverful stuff I was talking about earlier, is the fact that I'll be 37 at the end of the month, and my oldest is 16. So I'm hoping to be, for as much life as I've got left, as involved as I can, not only in my kids' lives but my grandkids, and I'm going to be a young granddad, which I think is kind of cool because that gives me.
It is
helps.
That's not necessarily true.
They're gonna.
For my son having a teenage child, I wouldn't have been a grandmother because my other kids I didn't have no kids, and they're 30s. They don't want no kids.
So what happened was I got married 8 days after my 18th birthday, and then 9 months. It was 9 months later I got pregnant. But the thing is that it was so stigmatized, and I looked so young because I was 18 when I was first going to the doctor, and then I was 19, to the point that I went to the store because I had just a plain silver band for my wedding ring for a while, but I got one of the fake diamond rings, but the most ostentatious ring I could possibly find, just because I wanted to be no, I am married. Because it was just
I'm an adult.
Yeah, it was here, I'm married, obviously. And it was such a stigma. It was ridiculous.
I was 15.
But the cool thing about having, and I had kind of figured this in whenever we decided we were going to have kids young, is I could have the kids get past the early years and get them into school and then get my career going, and I wouldn't have to necessarily stop my career to raise the kids because at that point they were in school and could do all that stuff. Which honestly ended up working out for me pretty well because I ended up going back to college when I was 25 or 26. And I was able to basically work my ass off for a few years and get my master's. So it worked out well for me, and to an extent, to some extent more than it is for others. Obviously, it was more of a choice for me. But like Ben was saying, with it being super dangerous to have kids so close together, mine are 2 weeks shy of 2 years apart. And both of them nearly killed me when I was pregnant. And so when I was 21, my doctor had to go to, I think it was the hospital ethics board or something, and argue with them literally for 2 or 3 hours about allowing me to have my tubes tied because of all the complications, because I only had 2 kids and I was 21, and I also, get this, had to have my husband's permission.
Oh,
what the hell? Both pregnancies damn near killed me. Come on. I'm not going to orphan my kids.
I was not able to get my tubes tied till I had my 5th child. They would not let me.
Yeah.
That's wild.
The only
What if
reason they
your
allow,
spouse
yeah,
and children?
yeah, the only reason they allowed it is because when I was in labor and delivery, I damn near died then, and they're just like, you've got to allow this. And I had already signed the paperwork. I had to sign the paperwork 60 days in advance because they're like, well, it's a big decision, blah, blah, blah. So, like, he was having me sign paperwork almost every month to make sure, like, yes, this is what I want. And they only gave the approval after I nearly died in labor.
Jesus.
Wow, that is
it was absurd.
I feel like the process for a sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, because apparently, like, from what I understand, from what his nurse told me, is like he could have still gone and done it, but basically the hospital wasn't going to back him if he got sued or something like that. And he's like, and it was just like, it was such a big issue to have to go through that he's just like, no, I've got to have approval. Like, so, but he got it, and I have never regretted that decision once.
Right.
So
I feel like the process for a vasectomy would not be that difficult.
No,
like,
y'all
like,
get
it just
y'all
like
got
you
an
can
opening
literally
next
go
week.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a friend of mine who, well, I say friend of mine. He's a friend of my son's, but he's like 24. He went in and had a vasectomy. Nobody questioned him about anything. He's like, I do not want kids. Period. Like, no, I don't want them. They didn't say anything to him. Whereas if you're a woman, like the only thing I can see is that it's obviously a more invasive procedure. And then from what I understand, with most tubal ligations, it's usually a more permanent thing than a vasectomy that can possibly be reversed.
Yeah.
And with women, they're like, well, why don't you just take birth control? I have really bad side effects with birth control. So
likewise.
So it's just not an option.
I got pregnant through birth control too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And that's one of the whole things.
Also got pregnant to ectopic pregnancy with my tubal ligation as well.
Yeah, that's one of the whole things with like the purity culture. At least the purity culture I grew up in, just about everybody I knew was on birth control, but it was one of those things you didn't talk about, you didn't tell anybody because everybody at the church would think you were a slut. But
exactly,
because I started on birth control originally when I was fairly young. I was like 14, but it's because I was having menstrual complications that my doctor's like, this can absolutely help with it. And he had to have a serious talk with my mom to get her to be like, okay.
Oh my fucking Christ.
You must.
Because, she, to be fair, like, she didn't know better.
That means you're going to try to have sex now because you.
That's exactly what they thought. Like, that's what my mom's fear was. And my dad was finally like, are you stupid? No. And I'm like, Mom.
Your dad did?
My dad was the one who was like, she's obviously amazing.
Usually that's the opposite.
Having problems. My dad was awesome. This is the thing.
Really
this is why, like, I tend to be anti-theist, but I'm extremely Christian, anti-Christian nationalist, anti-Fundy, anti-evangelical. But like people who are Christian but let other people be and like don't interfere. Like my dad is the one person that I've ever met that actually lives up to the principles that Christians think they do. Like he was super kind, he was understanding, he was super generous. He's the only person I've ever known like that though. That I've literally seen him give some guy like his last $5 because the guy needed it more than he did. Like he's the only person I've ever seen to actually live those values rather than just espouse them and not follow through.
Wait,
yeah, that is so good. I wish I had that father. I did not have that kind of father. He was not a loving man. And
I
had my uncle. My uncle Ty was more of the father figure for me. A lot of times,
I got it
for me, and I needed somebody, a male figure, in my life. My dad was there for everybody else, but not for me though.
That's one of the things is I got, because I'm adopted, but I got extremely lucky with my parents. My parents were, my dad was fantastic. He died in 2020, but he was fantastic. And then,
COVID. Hopefully
Yeah,
not COVID.
yeah, he died of COVID. So here's the thing: I actually got married 2 days before that. I got married on October 23rd, 2020. My mom literally told me later that day, she's like, "You need to get your ass down here." And this is one of the things that I will always be thankful to my husband then for doing, is he was like, even though we were like supposed to be like on honeymoon and stuff, he's like, "Get your ass on a plane and go see your dad." And so I told my dad, I'm like, "I'm coming down there." And they weren't supposed to allow anybody, like families and stuff, into the COVID ward, but they allowed me and my mom. And I saw my dad that night, and I visited with him for about 3 hours or so. And he died the next morning. So even though I don't believe in like supernatural and stuff, you cannot convince me that he did not wait for me to get there, because he knew I was coming. So
I hear
about that a lot.
Yeah, it happened with my dad. Yeah, he had to get his affairs in order, and it was like when he was done with all his to-do list, he was gone 4 days later. So
wow.
I think people hold on. I don't think there's anything past that. I think but to a certain point, you can't hold on. It depends on what you have, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, he knew I was coming. I was coming down, and it was going to take me. I think from the time my mom told me to the time I got there was like 18 hours. Like I was on a plane, like 12
I'm glad
hours
you went
later.
when you did.
Yeah, like I pretty much had to drain my bank account to make sure that I could get on a nonstop flight the next morning, because it was so short-term notice and there just weren't that many flights left. But
COVID.
I had a.
But yeah, my mom's not quite the same, but she's very good about being corrected about something. And she's one of the people that does have a good heart with that. She's kind of a victim of her upbringing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
but being able to be corrected is huge.
That is, yeah.
She actually told me sorry the other day that she that in 2016 and 2020 she voted for Trump. She's like, "I'm sorry. I should have listened to you." And I'm like, okay, like. Glad you're
That's
listening
incredible.
to me now, but like damage is done.
What about 24?
She did. She actually didn't vote because I literally begged her not to. I'm like, if you can't vote this way, don't vote at all, please. She's like, okay, and yeah, so she just didn't even bother.
A dub is a dub.
I can't think of what hospital position it was, but it was during COVID. They had the extra jobs, like you was like a COVID screener or something like that, another job. But one of my friends said, and she worked like upstairs in the COVID floors, and so many people didn't have their family, like they died by them alone.
Yeah.
And she said that they couldn't be in the room with them, but they could be like in the outside in the window, and they had nobody. And she said she would just sit there in the window with the people saying goodbye, crying because they had no family to say goodbye to them.
That is horrible.
This is the one advantage of my parents living in a very small town and having a very long-term and great relationship with the doctor, because the doctor pulled some strings to be able to get me in there to see him. So that's one of the advantages of that.
Yeah,
they wasn't even in the room, the other room connected to them. Like they did not come at all, and they was like, "Well, we can't. Well, what are we gonna do? We ain't gonna get COVID either, so we're not coming." I was like, are you serious?
As like non-believers, is there anything worse than not dying, with someone that you're close to? Like if you had to pick a way to go out, right, with no expectation of any type of anything
Black
happening
hole.
afterwards. That's a pretty horrific way to
Yeah,
go
they had
out. And a
one.
lot of people went that way because of COVID.
Yeah.
That one lady, she was from some part of the UK. She had a young heart attack or something and died, and nobody found her body to the year later. Like nobody.
There's been a few like
the
that.
name was, but yeah, she's from the UK. Nobody found her body for a year later. You didn't smell nothing and tell nothing, because I had a coworker. He was a overweight guy, and so we didn't hear. He came to work every day, so we didn't hear from him. And so we came because his apartment was near the job. So we came to the job to check on him. And when my coworker kind of like, we kicked the door down, and he was like, Kelly, you don't even want to come here because it smells. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't want you to come in.
Yeah, I had a situation like that. I was actually visiting a friend of mine, and her mom passed away, and her mom actually passed away a couple days before, but she hadn't been over there, and it wasn't unusual for them like not to talk for a few days. And I could smell it when we got to the door, and I was like, "You do not want to go in there."
Yeah,
and
you'll
anyway,
never forget that smell either.
Wow. Yeah, I did. Luckily, I wasn't close. I can smell a little bit because I was a little distance, but it was, oh no, you cannot come in here. So, oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is not what I want to leave on us talking about.
No. Yeah.
No,
everybody try to have a good night's sleep now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
sleep good.
Right.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams, people.
And we have to, but it's one thing that was kind of like weird with me because if I was feeling for a long time, I was telling my daughters that, and I still kind of want to do it. I don't want to have nothing. Don't give me nothing. These people didn't care about me when I was alive. Why am I going to have funerals and spend their money on that? You can go with the money I give you and go on a trip or something. I'm not spending my people, because I hate it. People come to your funeral, they ain't spend a minute with you when you was alive. Crying about I miss so much.
I mean, the way how I've set up is like I have life insurance, but I basically told my boys I don't want to be embalmed just because of like all the chemicals and stuff, and I don't want to throw that into the ground. I said like I don't want to be embalmed, but other than that, I don't care what you do. If you want to have me cremated, if you want to have me buried, because the whole thing, the whole thing is like with my with my dad, I had to push my mom to have like even like a memorial service, and I was like, this is not for like, this is the real purpose of funerals and memorials and stuff is it's for the people who are left behind to be able to close that chapter and move on. And my mom's told me a couple times over the years, she's like, thank you for like being so adamant about having a memorial service for him, because like, I mean, it was in the height of COVID. So of course there weren't that many people there. It was streamed online, which I'm glad it was streamed online because I actually was able to download it. So I've got my dad's memorial service saved.
Now I'm telling y'all right now, people are doing the pods, the plant pods.
The trees. That's what I want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a tree. I want to be a weed plant. So y'all can smoke me one last time.
Okay.
Let's go.
We got you, Kelly.
For that as well.
I would tell him, I told my kids that as well. So it's going down.
Yeah, keep me going. Keep my string going as well. Pass it along.
Colonize some mycelium in me. You can grow some fungus out of my body.
Let's all give back in the way that we want to give back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I do think it's about time for me though. I have to actually start. I'm going back to school
tomorrow. It's been about an hour and a half. I was planning to be on here about that.
Boo! It's only 10.
Oh yeah, y'all little
Come
time,
on.
baby.
It is then.
Of course, I say that.
birthday
And
is
I've been up
cool.
since 3 a.m. So,
Yes, well, you do a lot for your other
well, I had to
job, for
work
your
last night.
job and everything.
Yeah, I had to work last night, so it was either because one thing I do is I do thumbnails and a bunch of them. So I either had to do thumbnails when I originally got them, or I had to wake up early and do them to get them done by before Java and Jugs. So I woke up
Innocent that
early.
Kelly Kush.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
That's good. That's a
That's
good
awesome.
name. Do you want to be an indica or a sativa?
Oh, I'm a sativa all day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Knock you down. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna, yeah. I don't want to. Yeah,
Okay.
you know, be just mellow out.
Eli, good meeting you, man.
You too, man. It was good
I
talking
gotta
to you.
have y'all on again, or maybe y'all together on my show or something. I need to.
Yeah, I'll
look up.
shoot you a message.
I
Eli.
need
We've
all of
talked
y'all on my channel.
before.
All
We'll
of
get
you.
something together.
Well, I already.
yeah,
Well, no, I've not been on your show yet because I'm not crafty.
You don't have to be crafty. Like the only person
Show
that
up.
needs to be crafty is me. But I
But
mean,
you have Jess and Deviant,
yeah.
and y'all are crafty. And I asked Jess to be on my show, so she has to find time for me, but she finds time for you. See, you still all my friends. That's not fair.
I don't mean to.
No, you're lovable. I love you. No, I am just playing.
It's
I
just
love
it's
the
just
fact that
adding
we
to
do.
our partners in crime group.
Well, actually, I stole you from Ember, so that's
True.
that.
Yes, you did.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, honestly, like this community is like probably it's honestly probably one of the best things that's happened to me in the past like decade. So like I have
agree.
loved everybody I've met and everybody.
Listen,
I've
I
gotten
don't
to know.
say this lightly, and I've said it before. Like, I don't know where I'd be now, having experienced the year I experienced without some of the people here. Like, that's just a fact. And that's what has kept me motivated to get back into the whole content thing and to stay active in the community, because I know what it did for me, and that is something I want to keep providing for other people as much as I can.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah,
like
dude.
I said, I spent, let me see, 2017 was when I walked away from religion fully. So it wasn't until 21 where I went to Black Nonbelievers event where I saw my first atheist event in person. And it wasn't until this year that I met you guys that I've actually been open inside of my channel and speaking, publicly and stuff like that. Because I'm really introverted. So it takes a lot out of me to speak to people. Because if you guys didn't speak to me first, I probably wouldn't be here today. Because I
just
really
felt like
shy.
when I first met you, Kelly, I felt like I had to put on I had to be very forcefully nice and kind and welcoming to you, because I was in a tank top with these tattoos, and I was like, this woman does not know me, and I'm the only person that she can see right now. So let me.
yeah. When I came in, and I was just like, what am I gonna do? I want to go to the back cruise. I'm gonna spend all that money. I must have my own room because I don't know nobody enough to have my own room.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is I will die on this hill, but this is the best community on YouTube. Easy.
Yeah. Even though we have nutty professors and ex-pastors. Now atheists.
Just a few here and there.
Yeah.
Minus them, we're all.
I thought that was a specific thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, take it however you want.
Exactly.
It's not going to.
If the shoe fits, and the Naughty
Yeah,
Professor, he
thank
can
you
wear
guys
them.
for tuning in. I thank you guys for joining us. I might go and do do you guys still have the link? If you want to chit chat, the one I'll send it to you, and Lil. Lil. You know my own private one that I have just for us to be off camera. If you want us to talk a little off the screen. But anyway, thank you guys. Like I said, Wednesday is my birthday. Black Nonbelievers.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Have Cynthia back on my channel Wednesday, and we're gonna chat it up again. Seth will be on my show Saturday. Following week on the 27th will be Godless Granny and Kelly Laughlin as well.
Oh,
Let's
cool. The
go.
Kellys.
The Council of Kellys.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm not hearing nobody. Why is this?
Oh, that must mean it's a wrap.
Yep.
I'm just gonna end because somehow I can't hear nobody but myself.
Bye, y'all.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.